Well, hello everybody. Welcome in, welcome in. Come on in, have a seat, plenty of room. Grab your drink on your way in. There's plenty of stuff out there. If you're hungry, there's biscuits and gravy I made tonight for dinner. And if we have overflow, go on into the living room. How has everyone been doing? Hope everybody's been doing okay. Well, I took my blanket upstairs because everyone was asking, are you getting close? Are you getting close? I wanted to know too. It's like, how close am I? Well, I'm not that close. Oh my goodness, I am not that close to everybody. Um, when I took it upstairs to measure it, I put it on the bed. I did take a picture um, with it on the bed. It covers the top of the bed and hangs down maybe an inch all the way around. I want it. I want it longer, hang down, so that way when you get underneath it, you're not you're not half covered up. And I'm no small person. I love myself. I'm just saying, I'm not a small person. And so, so when you get a small blanket and you're trying to share the blanket, it's like it don't always work. You need a bigger blanket. I tell you. Oh, so with that being said, I have these are it. I got these four colors left. Those four colors. And then the original 160 will have been used. So I have 156 in my blanket right now. It's not going to be enough. I'm going to have to grab another 40 hanks, which isn't that big of a deal. I got like 700 hanks left. So I do have more on order. Um, I ordered them last month. I don't quite remember when I ordered them, but I got more on the way. And but the ones that are on the way, those are for December's countdown box. So I'm kind of thinking, I'm thinking because I really would like to make another one of these. Just saying, but that would be off channel. I've got I got to come up with something for the channel. I just don't know what yet. I'm sorry to bunch you up like that. I, I have to get out of my way so I can reach in here and grab my crochet hook and my little foldable scissors. Them foldable scissors are very cheap. You can tell they're cheap, but they work. They might not work as good as a $6 or $7 pair, but they do work. And if you lose them, especially when you travel, um, you go to the hotel or you might be crocheting or knitting on a bus, whatever. And if you lose them, no big deal. It's not that big of a deal. They're just inexpensive, and you lose them, you lose them. You grab another pair, move on with life. Now, if I was wanting an everyday use of folding scissors, I would invest in a different pair. But for traveling or with them sitting around, the cats like to bat things around. They're running around right now. They're just having a heyday. Well, anyhow, I have some happy mail. So these poor squares have been through the ringer. So I know they're squares because Deborah, she sent them to me. Okay, so she sent these squares to me February 22nd, 2024. And she had sent a message or something on one of my videos. It's like, Russ, I haven't seen my squares. And then me and Kevin's panicking because everyone that sent squares, we wrote down. And Kevin's like, did I forget to write them down? It's like, I don't remember doing squares for her. And so Deborah's not I say upset, but not really upset. She's worried because she sent squares because she wants them in the the blanket, the charity blanket. And she's like, if you don't have them, I'll make new if it's not too late. And lo and behold, right after that conversation, they show up at the P.O. box. We're almost into April, and I'm just now getting these. I mean, I think I've had them a week. But so we're going to open these. We're going to open them, and we're going to see what's in here. I know they're squares, and they'll go in the blanket. It's just, and the store behind. So the P.O. box, I have online confirmation with the P.O. box, okay? So when something shows up, I can go in. They'll send me something saying, take a look, and I can see the mail that's be delivering here to the house as well as the P.O. box. It'll say package or letter or postcard, whatever. I never received any of that. Never received no notice. So I didn't think nothing was there. And so when Deborah was saying, hey, I sent it, I've not seen them. I went to and pulled it up, and it popped up, and it says, going to send back to sender. You got to be kidding me. I never got notice. And Kevin looks periodically on his way home from work. He'll stop by the post office. And he's like, there's no yellow card or nothing. Well, anyhow, he goes into the post office on Saturday. I believe last Saturday, if memory serves me right. And there's no notice in the box. So he goes and talks to the gentleman. The guy was really nice. And he pulls it up and he goes, yeah, he's like, that's really weird. He's like, we never put a notice in your box. But he says, we have mail here for you, but nobody ever put one of those yellow slips. And Kevin's like, well, can I pick up the mail? And he's like, sure. It wasn't sent back. It was not sent back yet. That was a plus. So this is what I'm opening. There was this and this card. And we're gonna see what's in here. And like I said, I know it's squares because Deborah had already confirmed, which is perfectly fine. And we have a nice little card. Oh, those are nice squares. Deborah, you sent me some nice squares. Yes, you did. Aww. Not only did I get squares, I got this fabulous. Look at that. It's like a trivet. Like a cotton trivet. Wow. That's awesome. I love the colors. That is really nice. Deborah, thank you. This will be used. If I would have opened this sooner, I would have been able to use this tonight because I made biscuits and gravy. I don't have a cotton trivet, so I just use a pot holder. But I could use that. And we have a nice little Hallmark card. We got to read it. Ooh, it's a pretty card. Look at that. That is a pretty card. Dear Russ, I hope this finds you doing well. Here are my squares for the blanket. I have fun making pot holders for my kids, so here is one for you and Kevin. I enjoy your videos very much. Keep at it. Love, Deborah. Well, Deborah, I love that pot holder. I do. You can't. This is sturdy. This is sturdy. You're not going to burn yourself getting something out of the oven with this. That's why I love homemade gifts. Now, for the unveiling of Deborah's squares. Oh my gosh, these are so beautiful. So, Deborah, you're going to have to tell me what stitch this is because it is awesome. I love that stitch. Is it just a regular single crochet? You're going to have to tell me because I like that. I like that. And I love this one too. This is doing either the front loop or the back loop. But that is gorgeous. Look at that. Look at that square. That is so nice. And the yarn is so soft. Oh, this is pretty. Kevin's gonna like the yarn on this one. Kevin's gonna like the yarn on that one. Kevin likes blue. And that is just gorgeous. And it sparkles. I don't know. Yep, there you go. You guys can see the sparkles. And I did get a haircut and I shaved. What more can you ask for, right? So we're going to put Deborah's squares back in here. And when I pull out 20 more, we'll get them all incorporated. I'm putting your card so that way Kevin sees it. And I'm putting this back in here too so Kevin can see it before I put it in the kitchen. Because that pot holder will be used, I'm telling you. Deborah, you can send me all the pot holders you want, darling. Whoa, those were nice. That's a nice pot holder. I really like that. Pot holder, trivet, whatever you want to call it. That's awesome. So we got to put that down there so that way Kevin can log her squares. And you guys did a fantastic job at getting squares to me. You guys are just unbelievable. Oh, I don't want to rip you. Well, anyway, this one is from V. I'm not giving last name, but the first name is a V. And so Deborah's from Michigan, and V is from North Carolina. I just want to make sure I'm not cutting. I don't want to cut nothing. And I don't have my envelope opener. All right, there we go. All right. There we go. Oh my. It's a long one. So brace yourself. It's got a little kitty with fruit. Look at that. Look how cute that is. Hug incoming. It's a little cat flying through the air. Hope you enjoyed this card. Hello, Russ. Just a note letting you know that I really enjoy your channel. Your channel opened my eyes to all the variety of yarns available at moderate and price points. Also, I really enjoy listening to you while I am knitting or crocheting. Hope this card finds you feeling better. Again, I appreciate all your efforts and hard work you put into your channel, and I am praying you are feeling better. I am feeling better. I'm sure you guys can tell I'm feeling better. I've got that spark. I got that energy. I got that drive. Your friend, your friend. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. Am I drunk? No, I'm not drunk. I don't drink. Never have. Your friend Valerie. So V is Valerie. Oh, she is Golden Pole 555. Aw. Oh my goodness. Golden Pole, thank you so much. Oh, you made my day. That's just awesome. And I'm telling you, these kids are driving me nuts. I'm telling you, these kids are driving me nuts. These little fur babies. So we didn't know, but because Junior didn't act sick, okay? Junior, he was, when he ate, he would cry out. So we took him to the vet to see what was going on with his mouth. And the vet didn't like a spot on his tooth. And so we had to make an appointment for him to go in because the vet had to put him under and so he could get in to see what's going on with that sore spot. So while he was there, because he had to go in for his regular, it was his yearly checkup and his vaccinations, so they're up to date. And while he was there, it's like his mouth needed to be looked at because he was in pain when he ate. So the vet does the normal, like when we go to the doctor, they go through their open up, say look in your ears and listen to your heart and your lungs. Well, the vet kind of does the same thing, but when he looked in Junior's ears, he goes, oh, he has a bacterial infection. What? he's not, he's not sick. He's acting normal other than having trouble eating. He goes, nope, bacterial infection. So we got medicine for that. And the poor boy, you you put it in his ears, and it's kind of like Vaseline. It's like Vaseline, and anybody that's done Vaseline, as it's on your skin, it melts and it spreads. Well, that's like the stuff that goes in his ears. We put stuff in his ears, and then all of a sudden, the poor boy, his whole ears are all wet, and it's going to the back of his head, and he just looks so pitiful, just so pitiful. It's like, honey, there's nothing we can do. You're going to have to look like this until we get rid of that infection. And so, but like I said, we didn't even know he was sick. But thank goodness for their yearly checkup. So, Rudy, he was old enough, so we got him into the vet, got him all of his stuff up to date, and it's like it's time for him to be neutered, to bring, because he was getting really aggressive, and it's like, nah, we got to bring you down a little bit, buddy. So we had to make an appointment for that. And it's like Junior gets healed, Rudy gets fixed, and it's like they run around here like a racetrack. It's like I preferred it better when they were sick. And Tippy, she is just a mess. She's my girl, and of course she's the CEO of It's Raining Yarn. Come on, she's climbing up the. She's literally climbing up the table. Dad's talking. Come here, Tippy. Rudy jumped up and grabbed her tail, so now she's got. So now she's got to attend to him. These kids just kill me. I'm telling you, they're funny. And anytime we eat, they're just sitting there looking at you. It's like, you guys got food. It's like, you got crunchy food, and you also got canned food. You eat better than we do. But oh no, Tippy has to lick your plate when you're done. Has to. And depending on what's on it, sometimes she can't. Depends on what we're eating. Especially if we're having like ice cream. She loves the stuff, but if we're having chocolate, that's a no-no. They don't get nothing chocolate. I don't know if it's a myth or not. It's just, we don't feed them chocolate. But if it's a vanilla or a lemon or something like that, a strawberry, we'll let them lick the bowl. Like, that's no big deal. But and then Fiber Spider, he is doing he's doing something, but I can't tell you what he's doing. It's not my place to tell you what he's doing. But I am doing a test pattern for him. So if you guys don't know about him, go check out his channel. He does baking and knitting and crochet, and he has video games. He does readings. Multi-talented. With my work schedule, all I can do is barely eat, sleep, and go to work. Is everybody ready for the solar eclipse? That is coming April 8th, I believe. Something like that. Just make sure you don't look up there. I'll be in bed sleeping, so I will miss it. But I don't want you guys to get hurt. And so I have, with Easter coming up, come on, Tippy. With Easter coming up, I'm going to do something for Easter for those that um, are alone. Well, and it's for anybody really, but I want to do it just in case somebody is alone for Easter or family can't come visit, whatever. I want to do something for Easter. So be on the lookout for that. It might be a twofold. I don't know yet. We'll have to see how much time I have. I am scheduled to work Easter. Easter is not a paid holiday for us. So I'm scheduled to work Easter. But we'll see. We'll see what I can do. For you. Because you are worth it. It's been a wild week at work. Oh my gosh. So I do the best I can. I I am a supervisor, but I work. And come here. Come here, big girl. All right. Say hi to everyone. This is Tippy. She's the CEO of Yesitsrainingyarn. That's my big girl. Yeah, you stay big girl, aren't you? Now, when I put her like this, she's out. She just lays down, starts purring, and she's out. Out for the count. Aren't you, big girl? Yeah, you stay, big girl. She is so funny. She's my big girl. She's just purring up a storm. I wish you guys could hear it. Dad loves you. Yeah, you can say hi to everybody. But anyhow, so first shift is supposed to uh, leave me an email where they left off or what they need done. Because sometimes uh, certain things have to go out and they have to be ready by 5 o'clock in the morning for shipping. And so I'm supposed to get an email letting me know, hey, can you do this tonight? Well, pretty much all week long, I've had nothing. And I told my boss, it's like, you know, not knowing what to run, I just ran what I thought was right. Oh, you do great. You do great. She's like, don't worry. She's like, whatever you do is great. Okay. All week long. And I reminded her, it's like, now remember next the week of the week after Easter. So Easter Sunday. So, and we have to work Sunday. So Easter week, I told her I will not have a trim person. So there will be nobody trimming on third shift. Because my trimmer it was her daughter, her mom, and I think her aunt, and maybe another person. They were going out to Washington to see her brother because that's where her brother lives. So everybody was going out to Washington to see him. So she took the whole week off. Don't blame her. I would too. And it's her vacation. She can do what she wants with it. So my boss is like, okay, yeah, no problem. It's going to be a problem. But we'll get through it. We always do. And we finally got, I might have mentioned it before, but we finally got a quality control person for third shift. And I have used him uh, every day. That's what he's there for. And it's like, because before it was whatever I thought went. It either went or it didn't go. But now I have quality to back me up. So we ran into some bad material. I mean, bad material. And it's for a important customer. And so I call him down and it's like, man, I don't like the look of this material. And he's like, yeah, I don't like it either. So I tell the operator, it's like, okay, run a few more and we're gonna see. So he runs a few more. It's like, yeah, no. So I have my forklift driver. It's like, do we have any more of this material? He goes, yeah. Well, bring another bundle out. This material's no good. So he brings another one out, and we run a couple. It's like, yeah, no, that ain't no good either. This material's just like junk. So I ask him, it's like, do we have another one? He goes, yeah, we got another one. And so I said, well, bring it out. So he brings it out. We open it up and run a couple. No good. Oh, so my material handler brings out another bundle. He goes, boss. He's like, this is it. There is no more. It's like, okay. So we run, and it seems to be okay. That last bundle. So we ran, and um, I filled out reject. Uh, we have protocol to follow for rejecting material. So I filled it all out. I emailed everybody under the sun. and let them know. It's like, hey. And with the quality guy, he was able to verify that, yes, indeed, it was bad material and it needs to go back. And that's one that's one new thing that the company is doing that I'm on board with. So, supposedly, whatever quality says goes. So, there was one other time we were running stuff, and the quality guys is like, nope, pull it. We ain't doing it. Okay. So it takes the weight off my shoulder. So now it's, especially when it's harder molds to run, because sometimes people don't like, they'll just say, hey, we tried to run it, we can't run it, we pulled it, blah blah blah. But now with the quality guy, now that takes away all of the questions. It's like, yes, indeed, we couldn't run this. And there was another mold that he put a hold on the mold. And they're like, it's on back order. We have to run it. Nope. The president of the company is like, nope. Because quality is going to be our standard. And it's like, thank you. It's like, now it's not quantity over quality. It's actually quality now before quantity, the way it should be. And so there's it's a twofold, because there's some things that they're like, yeah, don't send that. It's like, okay, whatever. And in your mind, it's like, it's good, it can go, but you got to take the good with the bad. And so it is what it is. We do what we do. I've always said that on this channel. We do what we do because we know what we're doing. Well, some sometimes Russ knows, sometimes Russ don't. So, I remember a couple of videos ago, I told you I was going to find my sock that I found it. So, here you go. Here's my green sock. And you see all these stitch markers? There's like 64 or something like that on there. There's a ton of stitch markers. It might not be quite 64, but there's a lot. And but that was my head. That's, I had one sock completed, and this is when I had my stroke. So in my mind, that was the right way to do it. And it's just like, because I ripped my knitting needles out, and anybody that knits knows that all of your stitches are live when you're knitting. So you can really ruin a project in a hurry if your stitches come out. And I should have used a lifeline, but I had my stroke. Things were foggy, and so it's like I'm sitting there. I'm in a panic. It's like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And it's like, I got plenty of stitch markers. So I had a walker, and I had like a basket on. So I walked all the way around and got all my stuff, all my stitch markers, and come back around and sat at the table. And here I am. I'm putting all these little stitch markers on every single one of these stitches, so I did not lose them. which took twice as long as if I just put the stitches back on my needle. It's the same process. It was, but like I was saying, in my clouded up mind, it's like, no, this is the right way to do it. I have to get another ball yarn. And this is the color we chose. So that's the color that's going in. So anyhow, I didn't say I was perfectly crazy, but one thing for sure, I'll probably make you laugh. I'm just trying to figure out I just trying to figure out if I'm doing this right, because Lord knows there's times that I have not tied these right, and that's why I always check. And then there was another time I cut my knot. Yes, I cut my knot because I'm doing the magic knot tie-on method, because I'm not sewing in a million ends. So I'm doing the magic knot. And I sure did cut my knot once or twice. That's okay. We now check my knot. If it unravels, it's not done right. But the whole point of the magic knot is, if you do it right, it actually tightens down on itself, so it never comes undone. And I believe I have a video on how to do the magic knot on my channel. It's Come Learn With Me segment, because that's what I don't call my tutorials. I call them Come Learn With Me. So, I try and do things different. And my finished objects and stuff, to me, that's my show and tell. So if you're looking at the playlist, I don't have very many show and tells. I'll be honest. I'm not that fast. But if you're looking at the playlist, it's show and tell. So, but yeah. It's just been so. The weather is just like, I, the weather's like, I don't know what to do. Okay. One day it's raining, next day it's snowing. Sometimes it starts out as rain, turns to snow at night. Go to work and it's 60 degrees out, come out when it's 27. Just crazy weather. I had spring flowers come up, and last night it frosted, so now all my spring flowers are gone. I'm hoping my tulips, because I got some tulips that was a friend of mine designed these tulips and sold the rights, I think, to a company um, for the color. He propagated them and stuff like that, and well, he gave me, what was it, two bulbs um, before he sold the rights or whatever. However he done, I don't know how he done it, but um, I think they'll be okay because they're underneath. Um, I don't think they had started to come up yet, or if they were, we have this like ornamental grass, and they're in the mix of that. So maybe the frost didn't quite get to them yet. I didn't go out and look. I was too nervous, but I had to walk out to the garage to get sausage to make sausage gravy tonight. Or yeah, and that's when I seen the white. To me, they look like a white buttercup. I don't know what they're called. When Kevin watches this video, he'll know what they are, and he'll tell everybody what they were. But they're the white flowers out by the garage. But the frost hit them pretty hard. And I'm going just to let you guys know. I know everybody's been with me from the start of this blanket. My goal is to have all my loose ends done by May 1st. That's my goal. If not May, June. Between May and June, I want all my loose ends wrapped up. So I'm going to have to work on um, I'm going to have to work on my projects off camera. And I'm sorry I have to say that. And I know how much everybody has, they've been with me for the whole journey. And I appreciate it. And I love you guys for it. But I've got to get going. Especially when it's coming down to, oh, excuse me, getting the blanket together to be raffled off. Because I want 5 months of selling tickets because you guys worked hard and I want to get the most money that we can get um, to help out the charity. And so I apologize, but I got to get moving. But I still love you guys. I just have to work off camera more. And there's this guy at work. His mom was making him a blanket, him and his wife, for their wedding as a wedding present. Uh, and her hands got so bad she couldn't finish it. And he's held on to this blanket forever. And he brought it in, let me look at it, his sister looked at it first because she crochets, and she told him, she's like, yeah, I can't do that. So all the yarn's there, all the skeins of yarn is there, the pattern's there, even the hook she used is there. So I sat down real quick and I was able to finish the row that she was on. And I showed it to him. I said, okay, does this look right? He goes, it looks perfect. So I've got that project. And he's like, well, how much is it going to cost me? It's like, I'm not going to charge you nothing. It's like, I'm going to do this out of the kindness of my heart for you. His mom is still alive, but she's up there in age. But I guess she couldn't crochet for a long time because of her hands, I guess. I try not to pry. But we're gonna give it a go. We're gonna give it a go. I got that project too. Um, he asked me, he's like, you didn't take it home? I says, no, I didn't take it home. I'm leaving it here at work. I'll work on it here at work. But I didn't want to take it home because I didn't want nothing to happen to it. Uh, oh, my goodness, it's already 52 minutes in. Where does time go? Time waits for nobody. Oh, mercy. My thumb. This is the one that I had to have surgery on a couple of times, and it doesn't bend right, and it hurts. Not all the time. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed my little video, my sit down and chit chats. One of these days, one of these days, I haven't bought any yarn so far. Uh, if there's, if there's a yarn you guys want to know about or want my opinion on, you can always send me an email or a message. Um, and I will do my best to get it and do the review, but I won't buy a whole lot of it, just enough to do the review because I don't have any room right now. So anyhow, we are at the 55-minute mark, and I am going to call this video done. And I'm glad you guys could come on over and chit chat for a while and hear my craziness and this, that, and another. And I love you. You know I do. And I will see you in my next video. Okay? Bye.